Folks, David Hubbell here, and it's Saturday, October the 21st, and I'm going to do a week 2 and week 3 edition of the Mirliton update. I filmed some footage last week, and not a lot of change from week 1. That's kind of the reason I didn't really try to push it, get it out sooner. And then I'm going to film some today as week 3. Not a lot of excitement out there so far, but I'll give you an update on things. By this time last year and several years, we would actually be picking some Mirlitons. And unfortunately, with the heat dome and the drought we received earlier this summer, if your plants survived, you may just be getting flowers or you may have small fruit now. I have not seen an overabundance of people reporting in that they've gotten a lot. So anyway, that's the case with me. You'll see I got buds and not a lot more. I'm thankful that the plants are alive, and maybe that'll mean something in the spring. But anyway, we'll go look at it, and hopefully if you have any questions, you can let us know. So let's go check out the Mirliton vine. It's been more than a week since I did my last video, but I got busy last weekend, so this is the first chance I've gotten. So this week 2 and week 3 are going to be back to back. But anyway, just looking, the vine, we had a good rain last week here in Mobile. So actually a lot of the leaves are looking really good. I'm seeing a lot of new growth. Still seeing a lot of stuff that's either dying off. I'm not sure, once again, if that's just the circle of life as I put it before. But still haven't seen any really robust flowers yet. Good news is others throughout South Alabama are. I mean, these males are just right on the verge. But you can also see that my vine just has not really taken back off either. I had some hope up here, but it looks like damn squirrels are getting to it as well. So, like I said, I'm hoping at this point, the way things are going, that at least the vine survives. If I have to use store-bought Mirliton for this upcoming holiday table, that's fine. Wait a second. Oh, there's a glimmer of hope here. Hold on. I'm being Mr. Pessimistic, and what do I got here? Let's see. I think it's a male flower. Okay. Alright, so maybe, just maybe, there is a little hope. Let's see if I can focus that a little bit better. Okay. Well, maybe I'll get a handful. Who knows? But like I said, it's going to be very challenging with the, between the squirrels and stuff. The weather's been better. But I just don't know at this point. So this will be a very short one. Do a little bit more detail this weekend. Like I said, I'm still disturbed by a lot of this death of the vine. But I'm assuming that, like Dr. Hill and I kind of talked about, even though the plant survived, how much stress did it undergo this summer. And maybe some of that's still manifesting itself in other issues. So, like I said, I'm still cautiously optimistic, but I've got basically, I think, 5 or 6 weeks left of the growing season. And like I said, that between that and the squirrels, I'm not having a lot of confidence. Check one little bit over here and see if we maybe have some hidden gems. Still have some nice clusters here. I'll let them get in focus. But once again, with its proximity to the tree, I'm kind of a little concerned that my little furry nemesis, or nemesi, however you say it in Latin, are going to be a problem. Anyway, this is basically the update for week 2. and hopefully Saturday I'll have an opportunity to do a little bit more in-depth reviewing and discussion. Here we are, folks, back again for week 3, and you can see the vine in and of itself does not look bad at all. I'm actually pretty pleased with what I'm seeing just from a vegetation standpoint. Like I said before, the leaves are very pliable, very dark green still, and so that's giving me a little bit of hope. I do still continue to see a few portions of the vine dying off for some unknown reasons. Not necessarily like this typical leaf, that'll die off type of thing, but I'll see like a whole section that'll just die, and it kind of perplexes me. I don't know whether that is something still related to the stresses of the heat from earlier or lack of watering, but as I was thinking about this week, we did not get any rain. What I did do though is I gave it some extra water through my I did a little fertilizing with some bloom boost, hoping that it might actually generate a little bit more help in the blooms. Like here you can see some males cluster. I fully expect maybe by Monday or Tuesday that those will be nice, pretty male flowers, which is really good. There as well. Oh, look at that. So I am really encouraged by this. The bloom boost, I'll do that a couple of times. I've heard different people say that they don't think it does a whole lot. If you've got good mulch and organic matter, of course, because the plant itself is getting it through photosynthesis. That's really where the food's coming from, and all the other stuff is just kind of like vitamins. But nonetheless, it does seem to help at times. I did actually see a full-fledged male flower right around here earlier in the week, but I think it's since come and gone. So as I mentioned in the first part of week 1, this is week 3, that the vines in general here seem to be about 3 weeks to a month behind. So given that today's October 21st, and I said the typical flowering that we used to say for a couple of years was September 21st, I'm going to say that we're definitely about 3 weeks behind from a bloom standpoint, and at least a month behind from a flowering standpoint. And typically what I've done in the last several years is that these videos run about a 13-week period. So for 13 weeks, that means that right now I'm about halfway through my typical growing season. Because by now I would have actually put in about 5 episodes. So if I would have already had 5 episodes in, that leaves me about, I'm going to say about 6 weeks of growing time left. So there's unfortunately no rain in the forecast this week here in South Alabama. But I do have hopes, after seeing all these male clusters really developing, that typically the females follow about a week or so behind. So if I can get a good 3-week period before we get any frost, then I should be able to produce probably a very small handful. If I were to just guess based off of, or estimate based off of past performance of this vine, this location, I'm thinking I might get 10 this year. I really hope I'm wrong, and I hope the growing season maybe extends a little further. But honestly, I think if I get 10, I will put 3 aside for myself as insurance, and then I will see what I can do as far as anybody else at that point, because I can't make any promises. Yeah, so there's a lot of good male clusters coming up here. As I was saying, if this was a month ago, I'd be very pleased with the progress I'm seeing. But obviously I'm concerned. But hopefully, like I said, I'll get maybe 6 of them out of this batch, or not 6, 10. And if that's the case, that's better than none. I have had years in the past where I've only had like 3 in a winter crop. Typically that was due to the fact of excessive squirrel damage. But having to contend with the squirrels and the drought is challenging enough. So anyway, like I said, I will know better in about a week. Based on the fact that it's not going to rain again, I will probably water this, not overdo it, just enough to give it some help, because it's been pretty dry around here in Mobile. So I'm hoping that maybe by midweek I'll try to give it a really good watering and see if that helps. So anyway, that's it. Nothing earth-shattering or drastic at this point. Like I said, it's kind of a lot less than what I was hoping for, but it's getting better. Hey, even the little Mexican beetles are out here. So we will see what happens. Worst case, I'll just end up maybe doing a couple of cooking videos closer toward the end of the season. I've been promising that for a while. Part of the reason just been busy with other things on my schedule, but this fall may actually be better, or winter for me on that. So anyway, I will see you next week, and good luck if your Mirliton vines are growing, and hopefully we're on the rebound. Well, there you are. Like I said, unfortunately things are not as robust as they've been in the past. We did not get any rain this week. I did give some, like about a gallon of water to the vines. I did add to it some Miracle-Gro bloom booster, just to see if that'll help with the buds and all that at this time. Typically it's kind of late in the year to actually add fertilizer, but I thought, at this point, as crazy as this year's been, might as well give it a shot. Anyway, hopefully this information has been helpful to you. If it has, please share with your Mirliton loving friends. So I want to thank everybody who's already subscribed to the David J. Hubbell YouTube channel, whether it be for the garden series or the foods I've done, or just these Mirlitons. I hope you find this information helpful. Just click that subscribe button and click the bell to be alerted to all upcoming episodes. Also, if you ever have any questions, you can send them to me at rpkgentuar@gmail.com. And don't forget, check out our list of information on mirliton.org, mirliton.org. We're on Facebook and we're on the internet, and there's a lot of great resources of information there that Dr. Lance Hill's put together over the years. So I will see you next week, and hopefully things will keep improving. So see you then.